at Ngozi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead from Within. So I'm with Claudia Passer today. How are you, Claudia?
Very well, thank you. And hello, everyone.
Yeah, is it true that in the UK, some countries we're having a snow? Is it next week?
Don't know, I didn't hear anything, but
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. I mean, we had snow late March and April in the past, right? Okay, I have to check.
yeah, it said UK and some other countries might get a snow.
Okay, I see.
So 9 countries in England face snow next week, sub-zero
Okay.
temperature. It's
Oh,
on the headlines. I was getting excited with this nice weather as
I
well.
know it was beautiful. I know, I know. And remember to change the clock as well this weekend.
Where is it Saturday where we change the
Yes,
clock?
yeah,
Okay.
they go
What
forward again. So,
midnight?
yeah, like 2 to 3 o'clock, it's that range.
Okay, I think mine changes itself automatic.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
So
They do.
I just need, are we going forward or
Yes,
back?
forward 1 hour.
Okay, so I need to make sure I have my 1 hour sleep.
Yes, it's true.
Okay, okay. Thank you for that, Claudia.
Mhm.
So the topic today is why do we believe what we believe, understanding our beliefs. Our beliefs shape the way we see the world, make decisions, and interact with others. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself why you believe what you do? Beliefs are formed through a mix of personal experiences, cultural influences, education, and even emotion. Some beliefs are rooted in fact, while others are shaped by traditions, values, or personal perspective. Understanding why we believe what we do can help us grow, become more open-minded, and handle disagreement with others in a healthy way. So, Claudia, you chose this topic. What was on your mind and what actually motivated you to choose this topic? Our audience would like to know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's to bring awareness and to talk about it again, beliefs, because sometimes we forget about beliefs because they are so integrated in us and we have them and we carry them already for 20, 30, 40, 50 years inside of us, and sometimes as well, we are not even aware of actually what it is we believe about certain aspects or certain areas about us as well, about life, no matter what it is, beliefs, what it is we believe, because in the end as well, we grow up and most of the beliefs are already shaped at a very young age, between 0 and 8 years. This is what they say, that we are being mostly just like, formed, and where we pick up our beliefs. And the thing is, as well, as we grow up, and most of the beliefs are not really serving us any longer, but we might not be aware about how it works and how beliefs are affecting us as well. So just like to talk again about it, because some topics as well, it's good to hear them over and over again, because we always pick up a different, like different things around it. So just like beliefs and how they shape us. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you, Claudia, because sometimes we have to reflect, like what you say, if these beliefs they serve us or they don't. So it's important to take time to analyze what we believe and why. Ask yourself if your beliefs are based on evidence or personal experience or social influences, and also be open to actually to the possibility that some beliefs may change over time. Like myself, when I went through human blood sacrifice, there were some beliefs that I had grew up in Africa believing in them. But when I had an encounter now with God, I realized I don't believe it don't exist. Now, when I was fighting Lucifer, it was then God like teaching me to get rid of the beliefs that I have in my heart, because those beliefs were never created by him, were created by us. He was like, look at the beliefs that you have, you're carrying. Who invented those beliefs? Then I started questioning my mom. Why do we believe this, mom? My mom goes, oh, maybe some of elders, they believed in them, they created them, and then us were believing them. And then I was like, no more beliefs. So I had to get rid of everything. Because every person I ask elders, why do we believe this? They don't know.
Mm.
So we believe it because when we were growing up, everyone was believing it.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing as well, no? To get some awareness into it. And we pick up those beliefs from, I mean, at school, the parents, the caregivers as well, family. Yeah. It's just like, but even they, as you can see as well, sometimes even they don't understand, or they have not had this mindset in regards to, okay, why is it important to, like to have like empowering and positives, empowering and positive beliefs about you, about life, and about the things you can achieve as well, about relationships and so on. So yeah, no, a good observation. Awesome. Good observation. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes we believe in things. So I was like, okay. And those beliefs were putting me in trouble because God does even religion. Because when you become religious, you no longer believe God in God. You put things in place that I don't, that is not in the Bible. So I had to analyze everything. So I realized that some of the things are made up, and I have to become religious. And there are things, there are entities that make people become too religious in a way that they hate others as well in the process.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Again. Okay. Yes. And how can we actually just like pause and check our beliefs and see as well what it is we believe as well about life and about money, about business, about self-worth and so on, about relationships. This is as well a big one. So what do you think, Namsa? What's like one thing that we can do to become actually self-aware of our beliefs, what it is we believe?
I think is to train our mindset. Like when we talk about business, there's this thing that people say money is the root of evil. The Bible says, don't be lovers of money or lovers of the world. But God, he does not say, what he's saying is get wealth. He wants you to get intelligent. He don't want you to be lazy. He wants you to work and become a millionaire, become a billionaire. But at the same time, that's why you see the millionaires, the billionaires, they train themselves the power of giving. So they don't worship what they have, but they give to the poor, those who are not fortunate. So that's why we need to train ourselves that it's okay to get wealth. It's okay to change your lifestyle as long you stay aware, you have this awareness, the power of giving, the power of receiving, and just being normal. Most people that you hear them saying rich people, they're not very nice. But I think rich people, they are nice, but they understand how much, like now we are here at Ngosi Talk Shows, Claudia, we come here, we broadcast every single day, and if one day the talk show changes, become big, of course we're gonna be at the talk show, but at the same time, and we're gonna be aware of where we come from, where we're going, and the people that have been there for us. And we're gonna also understand the power of giving, but we're not gonna just give anybody, aren't we? That wants to corner us, because there are some people who create charities, fake charities, just to get money from people. They create fake profile to say they have charities whatsoever. So all these things you have to be aware of. But at the same time, success is it's okay to have success. Yeah. What do you think? Do you have anything you want to add for our audience
Yeah.
about the money, the roots of money is the root of evil? Because I think that's what is a big problem in people.
Yes, I mean, yes, I will, but as well in regards to being aware of our beliefs as well. So you already mentioned, just like you already throw in a few common beliefs we keep on hearing over and over again. So this is as well where I invite the audience just like to pause, to reflect and to sit down. So what are as well some of the beliefs which you have kept hearing over and over again when you grew up, when you were younger as well, because this is as well the time where we believe everything we are being told or we see as well in the community, society, again, by the parents as well. But when we are younger, we can't really make yet sense of the world and how life works, and the brain is still not fully developed as well, so that we can actually get into this critical thinking and analyze and actually see it's not maybe the truth for us. So we believe everything we are being told, and that's crucial as well, just like at some stage in your life to sit down and to do an inventory of all the beliefs that no longer serve you, but obviously you have to be aware as well. So yeah, and money is the root of all evil. I keep hearing this too, but the story for me, when I grew up from my parents in regards to a repetitive belief, was you have to work hard for your money, okay? So that was my story I grew up with. Yeah, you have to work hard for your money and don't just throw the money out of the window by spending it meaningless and buying stuff you don't really need and so on. So just like, so we all have like different stories which we have kept on from our childhood. But the thing is as well, when we now sit down and get the belief of you have to work hard for your money, or money is the root of all evil and so on, just like sit down and to analyze and actually ask ourselves, is this really true? Is this really the highest truth, that this belief is real, is true? Because the brain, obviously we have believed it so far, but then it's where we have to sit down and to really break it down into, is this really true for everyone in the world? Okay, do you always have to work hard for your money? Is money really the root of all evil and so on? And then by breaking it down, by analyzing it as well, you can see as well it's not true, this beliefs or these beliefs as well. It's basically just a story people made up at some stage or picked up as well. In this case, it is in the Bible, right? Yeah. But like, if we break it down, we can see, or the mind can see as well, it's not really true. I mean, for example, money is the root of all evil. I know you are, you go to church and so on, Nomsa, but wouldn't you say as well, if you break down and look for evidence that this belief is not true for all the population in the world, that we can see that money is the root of evil, that some people do bad things with money, yeah?
Yeah.
So like this, but it's not the root of all evil for all the population in the world. Do you know what I mean, Nomsa? Just like break it down for the mind to find evidence that this actually is not real for for us when we want to shift the beliefs around, these areas.
Okay. In Timothy 6, verse 10, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows." And then Matthew 6:24 says, "No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money." So what he is saying, God, it does not mean that you have to be poor. What it's saying is, here in Proverbs, he explained Proverbs 3, verse 9 and 10, honor the Lord with your wealth and with the first fruit of all your produce, then your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. It means when you have wealth, don't worship it. Give it away, give to God, meaning you can give it to the churches, you can give it to charities, or you can give it to the need. When you're doing that, you are serving God's children. So, and then he can add more. Like if I give £1,000 now, he will add more, maybe with the 1 million for me to, because he knows that I will give it away. But there are some people who are stingy. And that's why you see wealthy people, they always spread the power of giving, how important it is to give to others if you are fortunate to give. And I think that is really, really important because God does not like you to be poor. He emphasizes that you got to work. Like Claudia, you say when you were growing up, there was this belief of you have to work hard. I think our parents, what they never explain when they say work hard. I don't think they mean we have to work many hours. I think they meant that nothing is handed over to you. You got to work for it.
Yeah.
Because for me, my dad used to explain, I had a really, really wonderful father who gave me an advice, but at the same time, he will explain why is he saying that. So he will say one day you grow up, you have your own business. So you need to work. You need to look after yourself. No one will do that. So then he will explain, why do I need to be responsible in my own? He was a teacher anyway. So he will explain that the reason why you got to do this, you got to do this because no one will do it for you. And I grew up because my siblings, like your siblings, when you grow up, they're like, oh, parents, they like to talk. So my siblings will run away from my dad. But me, because I like listening, so I would just listen. Everything I would just listen. And I grew up to be different from my siblings because of what my parents was teaching me about all these beliefs and stuff. And but he never introduced me to African beliefs. My siblings are more into African beliefs, but my dad never taught me African beliefs. I think he knew when I'm older, this is the person that I'm, because parents, they always know. So sometimes they don't put you in this complicated thing that don't serve you. So if I go home now, I've divorced my African beliefs because when I ask everybody and this belief of working hard, I don't get involved in it. Because when you ask people, when you analyze it, you're like, does not make sense. But what makes sense is working smarter.
Yeah. Yes. That's the thing as well. Exactly. You want to work smarter and just like, but not harder. Because the thing is as well, I'm sure as well everyone has heard this at this stage so far, that what we believe as well, that becomes our reality, just like that's another thing as well, why it's important as well to be aware of the beliefs as well, because that's what we attract, it's just like you have the belief, relationships are hard work, or it's not safe to open up just because you've um, observed something as a child between your parents, it's not safe to open up, like all the stories we have created, yeah. And then you grow up 20 years later on and you would love to be in a romantic relationship, okay? But obviously, when we have certain beliefs that are contradicting what it is we do would like to attract or to desire or to reach certain goals as well, that's another thing why we have to be aware of the beliefs and to make sure that we know what they are and that we align them as well, that we form them into more positive, empowering ones, so that we actually, just like get the goals and the desires as well into our life, right, Nomsa? Just
Yeah,
like we
but
get what we
yeah,
believe, yeah.
yeah, we do. You are actually right, Claudia. It's like for me growing up, I was raised by my grandmother. My parents worked, so they didn't really look after me. So I remember my grandmother every single day used to teach me about gossip, and used to say, when you hear people talk, or if someone comes to you and they tell you something, don't take it to somebody else unless they tell you that you can tell everybody else. And she will explain to me the consequences of hurting others. She'll be like, if you gossip about somebody and they are not there to defend themselves, so what happens? You'll be hurting that person. So I grew up believing that even today, I don't do it. Even today, I don't do it. And sometimes she will tell me the things, or she'll tell me like she went through a divorce and she'll be talking to me. I see the love that she had, even she had divorced my granddad, how she talked about my granddad, beautiful stuff. But then now I'm older, I'm realizing that my granddad was not all that. It was just he was a man who hurt her. By they went through divorce. He hurt her, but she forgave, and she always say beautiful stuff. So it shows that. But after that, the beautiful stuff that she was talking about to my dad, because she was staying with my dad, the beautiful things that she was talking to my dad is those beliefs that she planted in me. So now I find myself going through divorce and now struggling to fight my ex. So then I'm looking back, I'm like, is actually how is the plant, the foundation in that we build, our parents, they build for us. Because even everything that I do at Ngozi Talk Shows, it was all about my dad, my stepdad, saying that because like my stepdad, when I came to the UK, we had a chat and it was like, you're going to Europe. Remember, you know your culture, you know your people, how they work, how they speak, how they do things. But now you're going to somebody else's land.
Mm.
Okay? Hang out with the people from that land. Hang out with your culture, but hang out more with the people from that land. Let them teach you what they know that you don't know yourself. And that's why I mix with everybody. But when I look at my friends, they hang out with mostly with African people because to them, they are from Africa is what they are familiar with. But for me, I'm okay to mix because of that my stepdad telling me that if you're going to someone else's land, learn their language, learn how they do things, so you can fit in with them, you can feel at home, and then you'll be able to learn about business. Let them teach you what they know, so you can become the person that you want to become by fitting in that place. So I think sometimes, because I think he knew that if I come to the UK, to Europe, I'm just gonna be wanting to live an African life, knowing that I'm in I'm in Europe because it's hard to get rid of that mindset.
Mm.
What do you think, Claudia?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
How did you adapt yourself? Because where you original from Germany?
My parents were from ex-Yugoslavia, so they immigrated to Germany. I was born and grew up in Germany. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so how did you, when you came to the UK, how did you now adapt it to the UK culture and
Mm.
everything?
Mm. I mean, obviously, as you say as well, we pick beliefs up as well within the community and the culture too. Okay, so there yeah. So this is the thing. How did I adapt? I mean, how did I adapt? I mean, it's many years now that I've been living here. It was 2005, you know, but the thing is as well, Germany and England, it's a bit, they are similar. The weather's similar, the people, we look similar, the way we live and the traditions and everything. It's not like
Similar.
that strange, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
it was
because
actually,
Africa is very strange.
yeah, okay. Yeah. I get that. I get
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
obviously. Yeah. But for me, it was actually, no, it was just to get the job here, to learn the language better. And then it fall into place, everything, I think. And I did see as well, looking back now as well, that the country has been very good to me, you know, like, because when we look back as well as in being immigrants, and then we can see as well how the country has been with us, you know, towards us as well. And I can't say anything bad about England actually as well. Um, Another thing as well, Nomsa, just like to understand for the audience that the beliefs, that many of the beliefs, 95% are in the subconscious mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
Conscious mind. If we think of the picture of the iceberg and only just the little tiny tip of the iceberg is over water, and this is only the conscious mind, which makes up to 5% only. And all the iceberg, the rest under the water, that's like the subconscious mind, and it's up to 95%. This is where we have the beliefs, the habits, past experiences, traumas, and so on. So the thing is as well, with the subconscious mind, we don't know what is all stored in there, but we have as well many beliefs in there, you know. And the thing is, when we want to go and ask for a promotion at work, okay, it's just like, yeah, to get more money, yeah. So we think like consciously on the 5%, we feel like, okay, I've been in this role for 2 years. I feel like I would love to step into the next position and to get more paid. But if we have subconsciously somewhere thoughts and programs, stories running around in regards to I'm not worthy or I don't deserve, you know, all the stories again, you know, lies and stories that we have created or picked up as well from someone else and believed, you know. But if we have as well those stories in the subconscious mind in the 95%, then we won't get the promotion as well, because the subconscious mind will never it basically it runs the show with the 95%. Okay, so this is why it is important as well to understand when we have such conflicting beliefs, where we want something on a conscious level only 5%, but subconsciously there might be some hidden fear or some contradiction around it, then we won't get the thing, the promotion, the relationship, whatever it is. So this is why it's important as well to understand the subconscious mind and how to reprogram it, and like, yeah. So what's your take on this?
I agree with you, Claudia. I was listening to Pastor James yesterday, and he was saying there was this girl, she came to him She was like, I am going for interview, but I need to prepare for the interview. And then he said to her, pray, go pray about it. And when you pray about it, ask God to give you the key. And she prayed and prayed. So this girl, she was going to this certain interview job. Apparently, when she entered the office, she said something changed in her mind. And of course, there was another job that was there available, but the job was high up as well, but she had no qualifications. And then she walked in into the office, and then she said, I'm coming for interview for this job, but I have changed my mind now. I need you to interview me this job. I'm not qualified for it, but can you interview based on this one, not the one interview that we were originally arranged? And the guy asked her, why do you feel that? So she explained that I like to challenge myself. And even though I'm not qualified for the job, but I believe that I can learn and I can take the company where it needs to be. And the guy said, because of that attitude that you have the job. And if you do struggle within the job, I will step up myself, and I will make sure that I train you because you have the right attitude. And we need people like you who believe that they can add value to the company, not they come for interview and you can see them, they're scared. So yeah, she got the job.
Oh,
So
well.
what you are saying is really, really important, Claudia, because at the end of the day, it's not about qualifications. It's about challenging yourself. If you've been to the company for a long time, you can actually challenge yourself, not because you want to earn more money or just because you want to climb up to the ladder. You will be like, I've been here for a long time. Because when you are within the company for a long time, you get to know ins and out of the company. So why not step up, approach the directors and say, I want to try this job. If there's a job available, if there isn't, just say in the future, could you please consider me? So I think if people have that attitude, I think we'll all be enjoying life.
Mm. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yes, 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 it would be so much easier. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not the case. But again, more and more people, are getting information around these things because it keeps popping up. Yeah. More and more talk shows or books about it as well, podcasts and so on. So it's just like really good as well to educate yourself around these things because again it will improve the quality of your life as well, just like by understanding how things are, and then as well there's a beautiful quote from Yoda from Star Wars. It's like, no, actually it's a scene in one of the movies as well where Yoda says we have to unlearn what we have learned, we have to unlearn what we have learned. Something else where we did mention earlier, how to get awareness as well of our beliefs. Obviously, we did say as well, just like what were the stories or the repetitive beliefs people have saying to you as well when you were younger as well, or another thing as well to see what it is that you believe or what's going on as well is just like to look outside, just to look into your life, just to look into the areas as in health and relationship and business or employment and just whatever it is in all the different areas, friendship to spiritual growth is just like all so many areas. And just by looking at them personally and just like to see what's going on, we can identify as well some of the beliefs we have in regards to those areas, you know, and then obviously if we want to change something, and then, but you've got this conflicting belief, then actually it's time as well, hopefully as well, it's time to do something. So what's one way for you, Nomsa, how to change beliefs, you know, how to shift them and to change them into the new version?
For me,
So what works for you? Yeah.
For me, as a Christian, I actually pray, I fast, and then when I fast, then I ask God if we can exchange the minds, so He can teach me how to think. So then, once I exchange His mind, and then I realize that what I believe is not, it's not really, it's causing limitation in my life because what I believe that I just need to, as a human being, you learn different, you learn this skill and you focus on it. So then I realize actually we can do different things in life when it comes to things, as long we're willing to learn and we're willing to embrace who we're becoming. Or sometimes it's like fear of people, what people are going to think of us as a person. Like there's so many things that people don't do, like they don't act on their skills, on their talent, because they're scared of being judged by people, and they want to be accepted, but nobody cares. To be honest with you, I've learned that people don't really care. They care about you as a person, but when you do take on your skills, you work on your skills, they admire you. They don't really, there are some who get jealousy and they try to talk you out of it. But at the end of the day, you have to hold on to what you believe to be true about you and make sure that that does not cause limitation in your life. Like for me, what I have done is, you guys at Ngozi Talk Shows, I don't say Ngozi Talk Shows is mine or whatsoever. I put that belief that is under family. So meaning that I'm free. When I'm saying I'm free, I know everyone at Ngozi Talk Shows is in charge. So when I'm not available, everybody step up and do the work. And it doesn't matter how big Ngozi Talk Show gets, I will still hold on to that belief of trusting others to do the work, not to say, oh, if I'm not there, things are not going to be done properly. People, when they're dedicated to do something, they will do the good work like you do as well. So that's why it's important to have the right people, surround yourself with the right people. So that's what I will say to our audience that are watching, that it's really, really important to check your beliefs. What do you believe? Why do you believe that? Why do you like when I started learning different things, introducing them on Facebook, like on social media, when I was talking to other people that know me and people were like, don't do this, like with my dance, and people was like, don't do the dance, your dance on Facebook, don't do that, is going to damage your character and stuff. But I did it anyway. But then when I had a meeting with Daisy, they had this event with the Victoria. Victoria runs a meeting with the celebrities. And one of the celebrities is big on social media. So he was talking about LinkedIn. So he said, why are you posting your dance on Facebook? Why is it not on LinkedIn? Because at the end of the day, people need to see that all you, who you are as a person and not the fake. But then I was like, I'm posting it on Facebook because LinkedIn is for business. And it was like, that is a mistake. Social media itself is for family, is for business as well. The minute you say, I'm not going to do this here, I'm not going to do this here because it's for business. He was like, you show up professional everywhere you go and do his business. Show up professional. It was like, if you play a guitar, go on LinkedIn, create a video playing a guitar. If you dance, go on LinkedIn, create your dance, post your video professional. And that's why I was like, okay. But when I was talking to other people, they were like, but it was the best advice that I got, because the belief that for me I've been carrying is when you post the post on LinkedIn, they've got to be different than the ones you post on Facebook. But he said, no, you have to be professional in every social media. Train your mind to be professional. The post you post that is professional, you post on Facebook. You can post it on LinkedIn. And that means you are professional. But then if you go unprofessional on Facebook, you think, oh, I'm not going to post a professional, then that becomes that. So it was like, just be professional, let people see the you. So I think for me, I came up that meeting understanding that that's the best advice that anyone has ever given me. But when I was talking to Carol Ann and Shireen, they were like, oh, keep your dance away from because talk shows or from any other platforms because we want to keep it professional. But actually my dancing are being viewed big in a way that if I do go viral on my personal Facebook, then the other platforms will miss out. But then when we were in the meeting with the guy, he said, no, you can post. It's just, but then I realized that I still need to wait, creating them professional. I need to help people who are coming from different background to understand that you don't have to wait to start until you say, I have the money. Because they might say, Nomsa, it's okay for you to say, start anytime. You are in the UK, you have money. That's why you're creating. So that's why I'm creating the videos in the kitchen, just to help others understand that it's okay to start even if you're not ready. Meaning even if you don't have money, start.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. And this is as well some limitation we have, that we think we have to be like perfect or we have to learn everything, understand everything, and only then we can start. But absolutely, again, this is just a limiting belief. It's just a belief which doesn't really serve us. And therefore, it's good as well that people like you come along and show as well that this is not the truth, right? Yeah. So this way we can show actually as well that the belief or the story is just not really true, what we keep telling ourselves. Because again, then we question, then we go within, and question as well why we feel scared or fearful about not wanting to start yet, why we do believe we have to know it all first and only then, but again, if we go down to some analyzing as well, then it comes down to, okay, it's just like we are afraid that we have to be perfect or something, but it doesn't exist as well. Perfection, what does it really mean? It doesn't exist, and then when we have found that actually that core fear as well, then we can, and you come along as well and you do your dance inspiration as well here, then we can understand as well, no, it's fine. I can already go out there, do a step at a time, like baby steps,
Yeah.
Step at a time. And each time you do another step forward, you get as well the, how do you say, you get the the creativity, and you get the ideas as well. You know, each time you do a step and then things come, you understand, people come as well, and then you have as well the plan on how it could look like and where it could go and so on. So it's just like, again, just like don't believe everything we have in, you know, inside of us. Really question the beliefs as well, you know. Question them, you know, like ask yourself as well, so where did this come from? Is it from childhood? Is it a past failure, society, or expectations as well? Just really go into the depth, you know, and really spend time with the belief, with the stories as well, you know, and which voice is coming up. Is it the parent or the teacher? Some old experience as well. So just really, because all those things are being stuck with us, you know.
Yeah.
And then again, ask, is this actually really true, what I have, you know, have been believing for so and so long about this specific topic and so on. And then again, challenge the belief as well, you know, like, yeah, what would you say to your best friend when they come to you and say something about, you know, about your belief? Okay, yeah, what would you advise to your best friend when they tell you they have that belief as well, again, you know, because usually as well it's around self-talk about us, that we are quite harsh and judgmental about us. But when we talk to a friend or someone, no, we really care about, then we be as well more gentle and compassionate as well. And then why not be as well this way with us? And then, yes, I mean, obviously as well, to reach the subconscious mind, we have to do as well a bit like, we can't just use affirmations and say all day long, I am worthy, I am good enough. And, you know, it doesn't work, you know. To really go into the subconscious mind, there are tools like hypnotherapy, hypnosis, EFT. I work as well with theta healing, which is as well a great modality where we identify the limiting beliefs and we can change them instantly. Because with the subconscious mind, you do need some tools in regards to reprogramming. It doesn't just work by starting to write affirmations and saying them all day long. This doesn't really work. But if you do pick a tool and then you do the affirmations alongside with it, absolutely fantastic. Okay, just like change the belief. Okay, yeah, reframe the belief. What is a new belief in regards to this? For example, if you had the belief, I'm not good enough, okay, how could you reframe and replace the belief? It could be something in regards to, I am constantly growing and evolving. It could be something like, I am worthy just as I am, or I bring value to the world in my unique way, you know. Just find something that feels aligned and easy for you to say, and believable as well, you know. Yeah. So yeah.
I like it, Claudia, when you say I'm worthy in a unique way, because when you have that attitude of uniqueness and authenticity, I think it takes you a long way, because we want to be like everybody else. But when it comes to the real world, it does not work. Because when we try to behave like our friends, for me, I always tell my children that my children will be like, I need to go to the same school where my friend is going and things like that. So I'll be like, no, it does not work like that. So I say to her, you have to go to the school where you, as parents, where we believe that you are going to benefit. If you have to go private, you go private. But if there's a good school in state school, you can go to that state school as long as good. But the decision has to be based on you. Now, this is where friends come in. So I say, if you have a friend that you are really close to, it is our responsibilities as parents to make sure that you connect with your friends, to help you to connect with them. But sometimes the friends come and go. Some friends, they are not here to stay. They come and go, they move away. So never ever make plans based on your friends. And sometimes I'll hear it back again. And my daughter will be like, oh, by the way, this person is leaving. And I'll be like, how do you feel about it? And she'll be like, remember, mommy, not everyone is, not some people are here to stay, but some people, they're just here to do the work. And then when their assignment is done, they move away. So I have to be okay. So I'm like, yeah, you have to be okay. It's like you celebrate your friends, whatever path they take. You have to celebrate them. And at the same time, you make an effort to go and see them, but never make a decision based on my friend lives in this place or my friend is going to this school. I need to go with them. No, it does not work like that. You have to make a decision. Me, I started making my own decision about life based on what my parents taught me. They taught me to do things that I have never done. And when I did, I scared them off. My dad and my stepdad, they were fine. And my mom would just get scared and she wants to do this, but and my stepdad will be, she'll be okay. My dad will be, she'll be okay. So I think it's really, really important. Everything we do, it all comes down to what we were, the foundation that we were given when we were young. But then, as you said before, Claudia, we then have to analyze it and learn some beliefs that don't serve us anymore. Because for me, I came to the UK. Now I'm realizing I'm going to have to buy every food that I eat. In Africa, I didn't grow up, I'm not a child that grew up in the city. I grew up in the farm where every food that you eat, you have to grow it. You have to watch it grow and you have to clean it. You have to eat it. You have to process it and like watch it, clean it, and then cook it. So I was like, okay. So now I'm in the UK where I don't even have to grow tomatoes. Can grow them in the garden. So it's like, oh, it's a different lifestyle. So, but I had to accept that lifestyle. But is it okay? Yes. That African life, it doesn't serve me anymore because I'm not there.
Yes, and you've changed as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You have to
Yeah.
you have to grow. Yeah, your mindset it has to grow.
Mm.
Yeah, it has to grow. So that is really, really important. Any words of encouragement or anything you want to add, you feel like we didn't include, Claudia?
Yeah, just like a gentle reminder again, like the self-talk and the repetitive thoughts and the self-talk as well. Just pay a bit attention to both, just to remind again the things we tell ourselves daily, they become our reality, So yeah, just like this is always good to be reminded of.
Yeah. Everything we believe it becomes reality in life. If we believe success, if we believe from a very young age, there were things that I wish I could do. And I hold on to that belief that one day I'm going to be this, one day I'm going to be this. I have become that. I have become that. So it shows that whatever we believe, it becomes to reality as long we don't fear. But first I had to get rid of fear. Because fear is no good. Honestly. Honestly, it's no good.
Mm.
Anything else, Claudia? Or we done?
No, no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine, Yeah, that's fine. Because the thing is as well, the brain can only just process up to 20 minutes at a time, So it's just like, yeah, not to bombard, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, not to bombard.
Yeah, so for me, guys, what I will live with right now is unlearn the things like Claudia said at the beginning, that there are some beliefs that no longer serving you anymore. Unlearn those beliefs and use the beliefs that saves you, that can take your life to the next level. Learning the skills, get rid of I can't, get rid of I'm not good enough, you are not worthy. All those things don't exist. So if you guys are watching us from any part of social media, please do subscribe on YouTube and join the group Nkosi Talk Shows and Unique Billionaire Mindset. Be part of the group and go to the website to sign up, find your own voice, and looking for love, sign up as well. God bless and live with grace.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. I'm with Dr. Big.